Welcome, and thank you for listening to this training on the importance of attendance in special education. My name is Lily, and I'm a parent advocate with LINKS CPRC. For students with disabilities, being present at school is about far more than a seat time. It's about access. Access to specialized instruction, related services, accommodations, peer interactions, and consistent routines that support learning and regulation. While we will briefly touch on chronic absenteeism, today's primary focus is why attendance is so critical for students with disabilities and how schools and families can work together to support it. When we talk about attendance in special education, we are not just talking about being physically present in the building. Attendance means consistent access to instruction, services, and supports outlined in the student's IEP or 504 plan. It also includes meaningful participation, being engaged, supported, and able to benefit from learning. Consistency matters because special education services are designed to build skills over time. Chronic absenteeism is typically defined as missing about 10% of school days in a year, both excused and unexcused absences. We are touching on this briefly today because it can be an important signal that a student needs additional support. For students with disabilities, repeated absences often reflect unmet needs, barriers to access, or lack of appropriate supports, not necessarily a lack of motivation or lack of family involvement. Attendance is essential in special education because services are individualized and carefully planned. Specially designed instruction, accommodations, and modifications are provided during the school day. When students miss school, they miss opportunities to work with their IEP goals. Unlike general instruction, many special education services cannot simply be made up later. They rely on ongoing, consistent delivery. If a student consistently misses Wednesdays, and Wednesdays is when they get their speech services, then they're consistently missing their speech services. If a student is consistently late to school, and in the morning is when they get their language arts minutes, then they're consistently missing that specialized language arts time that they are supposed to be getting in their IEP. They cannot get it if they are not at school. Many students with disabilities receive related services such as speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, or counseling. These services are often scheduled weekly or multiple times per week. When a student is absent, those services are frequently missed. Over time, inconsistent attendance can slow progress, interrupt skill development, and impact a student's ability to generalize skills across settings. Students with disabilities often need repetition, predictable routines, and consistent reinforcement to learn new skills. Regular attendance supports these needs. When attendance is inconsistent, routines are disrupted, and students may need to relearn expectations or skills. This can increase frustration, anxiety, or behavioral challenges, making learning even harder. Attendance also affects social and emotional development. Being present allows students to build relationships with peers and trusted adults, practice social skills, and feel a sense of belonging at school. For students with disabilities, especially those with anxiety, autism, or emotional disabilities, consistent attendance can be a protective factor that supports emotional regulation and engagement. Attendance challenges are often a sign that something is not working for the student. Health needs, sensory sensitivities, unmet behavior supports, bullying, or inappropriate placements can all affect a student's ability to attend consistently. Federal guidance emphasizes that schools should view attendance concerns as an opportunity to problem solve and adjust supports rather than assign blame. Schools have a responsibility to ensure students with disabilities receive a free, appropriate public education, or FAPE. This includes creating inclusive, supportive environments where students can attend and access learning. When attendance concerns arise, schools should intervene early by reviewing IEPs, accommodations, and supports to determine whether changes are needed. Effective school strategies include building stronger relationships with students and families, offering flexibility when appropriate, and coordinating supports across teams. This may involve adjusting service times, providing sensory or behavioral supports, or collaborating with related service providers. Student voice and engagement are also critical components of successful attendance support. Families play a vital role in supporting attendance. Open communication with the school helps teams understand barriers and identify solutions. Families know their children best and can share valuable insights about what makes school hard or successful. Reinforcing routines and celebrating attendance successes, big or small, can make a difference. Attendance should be addressed collaboratively. Families can request IEP or 504 meetings to discuss attendance-related concerns and explore additional supports. Advocacy is not about placing blame, it is about ensuring the student has what they need to access education. Federal family engagement tools emphasize shared responsibility and partnership. Sometimes attendance challenges extend beyond the school building. Community and wraparound supports can address health, mental health, transportation, or family needs that impact attendance. Partnering with community organizations can help ensure students with disabilities are supported holistically. To summarize, the key takeaway is that attendance is all about access. For students with disabilities, consistent attendance supports learning, progress towards goals, and overall well-being. When attendance challenges arise, they should be met with support, collaboration, and problem-solving, not punishment. Thank you for your time and commitment to supporting students with disabilities. Your efforts help ensure that every student has access to the education and services they deserve. If you need any support or have any questions in the special education realm, please reach out to LINKS CPRC and the Matt Sue.